Okay, guys, imagine forgetting or ignoring all the safety information you've ever learned. So everyone is doing something hazardous all at the same time. No risk assessment, everyone is distracted, no one is in control. Oh, and you are using defective equipment bigger than a house. Yeah, sure, you say. Stop exaggerating. You're talking about the day of judgment or something. It could never happen. Well, it happened. Right here on this man. And for Moses Bangani, it was almost the day of judgment. Let me tell you about it. This is Moses, a hard-working man who's always provided well for his family's needs. And with 2 sons growing up fast, there's a lot to pay for. But Moses is used to shouldering responsibility. Now, Moses was one of the mine's most experienced shovel operators, fast, efficient, and always at the center of action. Outside work, Moses was also at the center of action, having won many titles in karate and boxing. A strong, quiet man who commanded respect from all those who met him. But in just one afternoon, all of that was destined to change. Moses and his teammates were busy moving his shovel to a new position in the pit, a normal everyday task. What you do is you move the shovel forward and then you reposition the shovel's thick electrical cable and cable masts. However, on this fateful day, Moses' shovel started playing up. A warning alarm went off in the cab and the machine lacked power to go up the slope. But Moses had been on his job for a long time. He knew the procedure when equipment went wrong. He called for the shovel to be shut down until the mechanics could come and repair it. The ship foreman decided to move the shovel to a new position before shutting it down. Moses wasn't happy with this decision, but he went to help his teammates move the cable masts. A bulldozer was called in to help the struggling machine up the slope. Now there were too many hazardous tasks going on all at the same time, yet no one stopped to consider the risks. Like everyone around him, Moses thought he should just get on with the job. The wheeled bulldozer driver moved back and waited, but he didn't put the blade fully down on the ground as safety procedures require. I'm told that you bulldozer drivers do this sometimes to save time. If you do, well, maybe you'll think twice after hearing this story. The team had been working on the shovel move for about 6 hours. Everyone was tired and distracted. No one was fully in control of what was happening. What everyone, including the wheeled dozer driver, failed to notice was that the huge machine was drifting forward. Moses, like everyone else on the job, had his mind on other things. Without realizing it, he positioned himself right in the line of fire. The drifting dozer suddenly nudged the sleds together. The steel sleds sliced into Moses' legs. He was trapped. People rushed to Moses' aid, but it was too late. The damage was done. Moses' left leg was badly injured and his right leg completely severed. Luckily, he was a tough, trained man who could endure great pain and remain calm. A lesser man would have died from the shock and the blood loss. He's a strong, determined man. He's learning to walk with an artificial leg. But there are many things that Moses can no longer do. He can't climb the steep steps up into the shovel, so he has to learn a new job at the mine. And he's lost his sense of balance, essential to a boxer. His wounds are healing, but inside, he is still struggling to adjust to his new life.
Ante kita mai sama toya na hara to ya na. Kisin tikila ka ta horgine operator ya kharaf. Obani gillo tikira dile thata. Operating thari kira ta thata khaisa. Allo di hita ya na kila kidi khalla ro kebel kinna kidi laila.
The bulldozer driver now finds it difficult to even look at a man who was once his closest friend. He can't forgive himself for his part in Moses' suffering. Of course, this disastrous incident wasn't Moses' day of judgment. It wasn't God's will. These incidents never are. They're almost always human failure, safety failure. The whole team allowed circumstances to take control of them. One way or another, they all ignored safety procedures. And one way or another, they're all paying a price for it. Keep fighting, Moses. We can't wait to see you back in the driving seat again. You're lucky to be alive. And thank you for your story.
Well, in summary, this incident was caused by the following unsafe acts or at-risk behaviors. 1. Working with defective equipment. 2. No one in the team did a risk assessment of the situation. 3. Failing to comply with the correct working practices in terms of stopping and parking the bulldozer. 4. Failing to comply with the correct working practices by putting himself in the line of fire. Marcus Tullius Cicero, a Roman statesman, lawyer, scholar, philosopher, writer, and academic skeptic says, open quote, "Nothing stands out so conspicuously or remains so firmly fixed in the memory as something which you have blundered," end quote. Frank E. Bird Jr., a true pioneer in the occupational safety profession, says that 88% of all incidents are caused by unsafe acts or at-risk behaviors, 10% by unsafe conditions or at-risk conditions, and only 2% by providence or the acts of God. These statistics sound a clarion call for everyone to change their habit and control their attitude or behavior when it comes down to safety. In other words, 98% of all incidents are preventable. Only 2% of incidents are beyond our control. If it can't be done safely, it shouldn't be done at all. In video number 20, I concluded that habit and attitude create behavior, which underpins will to do breakthrough point. This video confirms my definition of behavior as manifestation of influence from habit and attitude. All videos in this channel are numbered to make it easy for you to follow. This one is number 21 in the series. Please like and share it. You can also follow Donald Mafumani on LinkedIn platform. If you like to be notified each time a new video is published, please hit the subscribe star below. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.